All right, guys. Again, this is Mr. Long with an explanation for today's assignment. Okay, here I'm on Google Classroom in a different Google Classroom. It'll be the same exact directions, though. It'll look exactly the same as this. Your directions are to write an essay on why is history important. Why do we study this? Why do we have to? Okay, now I've created links and I've given you directions here to create an essay. All right, you can use any of these resources that you'd like. There's 3 articles. There is 1 YouTube video. Okay, if you want to find something outside of these, that's fine too. If you want to use the internet, you can do that. All right, but you must have 3 separate reasons with a paragraph for each of them. All right, now this is important. You have to create a Google Doc. You cannot write on the instructions. You'll have to go to the top right corner on your screen right here where it says add or create, and you'll click Docs, okay? Now, for the instructions themselves, let's go over this. You will write a 3-paragraph essay plus an introduction and a conclusion on why it's important to study history. Now, in my class, introductions are 3 sentences, conclusions are 3 sentences. This assignment is due on Sunday at midnight, all right? You will have the first day, not Sunday, for this class, I'm sorry. This will be due on Monday. My apologies. On Monday at midnight, all right, because you guys have one last day. You have the first day to research the topic and make a decision on the reasons you want to write about. For each paragraph, explain the reason and then defend it, okay? This means you'll need 3 different reasons on why history is important. Tell me why you chose that reason, explain why it's important. There are links on Google Classroom to help shape your opinion, or you can use other sources, all right? Now, for the introduction, you could put something like this, and you could put this word for word. People often wonder why it's important to study history, period. I believe we should study history because of insert your first reason, insert your second reason, and insert your third reason, period. First, I'd like to talk about insert your first reason, period. There you go, your introduction's done. Now, for your body paragraphs, okay, for your body paragraphs, they have to be 5 sentences. So the first sentence should introduce what your reason is. The second 2 sentences should explain your reasoning for choosing that reason. And finally, you should have an example of why that reason is important. So for example, this is a paragraph. This is my example. You can feel free to use this if you'd like, because I think it's important. But if I were writing this, I would type something like, my first reason for why it's important to study history is that we can learn from the past, period. By looking at the past, we can figure out how to make a better future for society, period. It helps us avoid the same mistakes as our past, period. Looking throughout history, there are lots of people who did really bad things, and we can be better than that, period. By studying history, we can make sure that people like Adolf Hitler never come to power again, period. For this reason, I think it's important to study history. And my next reason is insert reason 2. There you go. You've already got 6 sentences. You're done with your first thing, okay? So again, introduce it, explain your reasoning, give an example, and then introduce the next topic, okay? That's what each paragraph should look like. Each paragraph that has a reason should be 5 sentences. Your intro and conclusion are 3. So you need 21 sentences. So here's the grading. This is type 3. So when you're typing, after each line, when you're done, when you finish, hit enter, and new space will be here. Okay? Now, I don't want you to fix your mistakes your first time through. Keep your mistakes in there. I have to see evidence that you made changes. So, for example, paper skips lines and was edited. That's not correct. It should be paper skips lines and is edited. So right here, I'll just put is and go on. And sorry, give me 1 second. I'll talk over it. Let's say I spelled introduction wrong. All right. Again, you hit enter and you type the word introduction correctly in the space. Do not get rid of them. I'm going to get rid of the mistakes because this is the directions. But do not fix your mistakes until the end, and only do so when you entered the lines. You need that. If you do that, you get 20 points. There. If you hit the 21 sentences, you get 21 sentences done, you get 20 points. All right, it's 40 points right there. And the final 60 points is you gave me the 3 different reasons and explain them in detail. That's 100 points. That's the assignment. If you have any questions, if you need any help, email me at longa@readingsd.org. All right. I'm also in room 304 if you want to stop in at some point after school to talk about the assignment. I'm here until 2:55 every single day, if not later. All right. So get this done. If you have any questions, let me know.